Got a new recruit to discuss here. A top 25 player in the class of 2026 per on three, 6'8", power forward. Latrell Allmond is down to nine schools. His final nine are Michigan State, Indiana, Kansas, Arizona, Maryland, Tennessee, Virginia, Miami, and Oklahoma State. Latrell Allmond, top 25 per on three, closer to the 40s per other sites. 24/7 has him as the 41st ranked player nationally, but a consensus four-star, 6'8", 225 forward. I didn't know Michigan State was recruiting Latrell Almond, Cart. I had heard a lot of Indiana buzz here recently. The first that I had seen of your program involved with Almond was when you made the final nine list. So break this down for me. What do you know about Latrell Almond and his recruitment?
Yeah, so I honestly wasn't I had assumed Latrell. I was kind of on the same page as you. I assumed that it wasn't somebody that Michigan State necessarily had the best shot at. But I will say this, I think that Latrell is one of the more underrated. I don't even know how to put this. Is it fair to say he's an underrated elite player in this class?
You got him as an elite player?
Not an elite player, but like I don't know. I think he's just underrated for what he is in this class. Like, I feel like as a top 25 kid, he gets a little bit slighted.
What do you think he should be?
The thing is, I feel like he's correctly rated at 25th. I feel like people don't approach him as like he's the 25th best player in the class,
He
though.
doesn't have the publicity that I think you might expect for a fringe five stars. That fair to say?
That's kind of how I feel about it. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's fair. Like from my standpoint, he's just a name that doesn't come up all that much. But like he's always usually on lists of like standouts at big events. The MBPA event, he was absolutely a name that came up a lot as one of the top performers at the event. So I don't know. There's film of him basically anywhere he goes, having really successful games. Um, are you surprised Michigan State made the final cut?
Uh, I yeah, maybe not the final cut because I mean the final cut was how many schools?
Nine.
So no. If we make it to like the top five, I would be yes.
Okay. All right. Yeah. I feel like there's a few schools. I don't want to put Michigan State in the bucket, but there's a few schools that like fans and reporters were quote tweeting this Final Nine announcement, being like, this team is likely an outsider here. Like, I don't know who the presumed favorite is. I've heard a lot of Indiana buzz, heard some Kansas buzz.
Hmm.
Have you heard anything outside of those two schools really on Latrell Almond at this point?
Indiana's been the one I've heard the most.
Me too. Me too.
So
Yeah.
I honestly I didn't even really hear the Kansas one as much. It was a lot of Indiana.
Today's video is sponsored by Labcorp On Demand. Car, do you take care of yourself?
I try my best to, yeah.
Like not just treat yourself to expensive meals, but like you go to the doctor and things like that?
No, I just take care of myself. There's no need to go to the doctor unless I'm not taking care of myself, right?
Are you afraid of the doctor, Cart?
Just a little bit. I mean, if nothing's wrong, why would I go there?
Listen, I'm the same way, and so are millions of men across America. But that's why LabCorp On Demand is helping millions of people like us. With their men's health test, you can get a comprehensive look at your hormone levels, your total testosterone, and you don't even have to go to the doctor. It's easy, and you get the results the next day.
Testosterone, is that like is that a big thing?
It's a really important thing, Cart. Sometimes you can feel off without even knowing something's wrong. But LabCorp On Demand wants to keep you healthy and wants to make it as easy as possible. Right now, you can get 20% off your men's health test by visiting our sponsor at tryelco.com/sleepersmedia. It's simple, affordable, and honestly, it's empowering to know that you're healthy and have this info about your body.
Didn't know that testosterone did all those things. I'm gonna have to take the guesswork out of this and go get my health checked out today using LabCorp on demand.
He's playing high school ball in Virginia for what it's worth. So I don't know. You got Virginia on the list as well. You never know. New coaching staff there. DMV area, Maryland on the list as well. It'll be an interesting one to watch. I do feel like I don't know what's the college projection for you with Auburn. Is he a four? Is he an instant impact guy, starter, bench guy? What do you think?
I think that he's a guy who will have a role instantly because of what he can bring as far as like the athleticism, the energy level. I think he's a high energy guy. I think he can finish very, very well. I think it'll really be determined on what he exactly does as far as like the jumper and things being how effective that is. But I think he's a player that is going to play. right away. I just think his role will be determined by the other things that he does.
Okay. I have a comp.
See,
Got any
I'm interested to
comps?
hear your comp because a lot of the stuff I watch, it's with Team Loaded, and it's a lot of like other guys, I guess, creating for him. Like he's pick and roll finishing. It's like being in the dunker spot finishing, a little bit of pick and pop. So I'm interested to hear your comp on this one.
Yeah, let me start with this. Do you buy the jumper?
Uh, I think buying it's taking it too. Actually, no. I'll lean. I buy it.
I
Yeah,
buy the jumper. Like, so
yeah.
preface my comp by I really buy the jumper. I think there are multiple games that you can find clips of where it's like he hit four threes today, and these all came this summer. So I feel like it's been progressing a little bit, but more importantly, I don't know. I feel like he is comfortable on the perimeter. He is doing a lot of pick and pop in this. He's not like a crazy athlete from what I've seen. Like he can finish, don't get me wrong. He's not a bad athlete by any means, but he's just not for like a 6'8" guy that's probably going to play the four. I think it's gonna require him to be good on the perimeter because I don't think he's necessarily going to be like this crazy plus athlete at the four of his size wherever he goes. For that reason, and maybe it's the Indiana buzz. Christian Watford is my comp for Latrell Almond.
I'm glad we got there. I thought you were gonna call him Race Thompson.
Now, I was going to call him Christian Watford because Christian Watford, if you remember, came to Indiana not a shooter, 31% from three on not all that many attempts a game. Year by year by year, he went from 31% to 38% to 44% to 48% as a senior. Pick and pop stretch four, hit one of the biggest shots in Indiana basketball history in the regular season. I feel like that's what you'd be hoping Latrell Allmond comes into. Just a guy who's playing off of whoever your superstars are, being really productive, rebounding, and stretching the floor a little bit at the four.
Yeah, I honestly, I'm not. I like that comp a lot. I didn't even think about that.
This is one of the first ones I feel like we've discussed. Cart, I think he should go to Indiana.
I think he should go to Indiana. I would also think that he'd be a prime candidate for like go play with really good point guard. I think he would benefit. I mean, obviously, any like power forward front court player would benefit from that. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm not doing like some whole like basketball ingenuity thing here. But I do think that it would go a long way for him to play with some really good point guard play. Like he played with some really good guards on Team Loaded, on his high school team as well. I know Indiana's in for a lot of point guards, so maybe they're like pitching him like, come play with Duran Rippey or Tay Kenny even. Like, I don't know. I feel like he would benefit greatly from going to play with a really good point guard.
Yep, I agree. I'm
Carlos
excited to
Medlock
see.
Jr.
Who?
Hmm.
Did you say Carlos Medlock Jr.?
Yeah.
Who's that?
No. Michigan State's new recruit.
Oh, the kid that committed.
Yeah.
What years he get there?
I think a year after this one.
Oh, I figure we might not notice for like two more years after that, but
Right.
Almond should fit in perfectly.